So I was thinking about faith and works and the different systems of belief that people have in this regard, and critical thinking. I was thinking of why we're comparing faith and works, and not by my good works that I be accepted into the kingdom of heaven, but by my faith. Within us all is the potential for good and evil, and I think it's a bit of a scam that only the good deeds are considered in this conversation, because you could easily just turn the coin over, right? And say, by my faith, because I said whenever I was like 12 or 13 or so or 14, that, I walked forward that Sunday at church, and because they worked up a tear in my eye, and I felt compelled, and then I walked forward and I accepted Christ, and actually it's a beautiful thing when that happens, so I don't mean to belittle it. um and it's important. But what happens is, after that, we go on about our lives and we forget about that day, and life happens. And so later we tell ourselves that because of that day, all the things that happened in life to get us to where we were now were really irrelevant. Because by my faith, all these things would be forgiven. I said so whenever I was 12 or 13. That's Paul's teachings. And so, not Jesus or Yeshua's or any of the apostles or anybody with common sense. That's Paul, the rhetorical artist. That's called a BS artist. You learn these things at mystery schools. Why don't we look at, not by my evil am I condemned to hell, but by my faith am I saved from that evil? So it doesn't matter that I raped that 6-year-old child. I'm forgiven. It doesn't matter that I stole that money from the elderly widow when she wasn't looking. I'm forgiven. Praise Yahuwah, I'm forgiven. By faith. By faith I am forgiven. It doesn't matter that I murder innocent creatures and consume them to my favorite idol, my appetite, myself, my lusts. It's okay, I'm forgiven by faith. By faith, that guy who made me mad, that I ended up murdering and stuffing in the corner of the alley and just walking away from it because I didn't want to get in no trouble. It's fortunate for me and fortunate for him too, that we're both forgiven for these things that we've done. And I just sent him home to heaven anyway. So, I'm forgiven. He's forgiven. Let's all sing songs together. It doesn't matter that I stayed home and watched people play fake games on TV that are rigged from the start because it's entertainment, versus going in and doing something to help a crippled person that was injured recently and needed some help, one of your friends possibly, or um, or say somebody who in the past a long time ago rubbed you the wrong way and you've been hateful towards that person ever since and continue to be hateful towards that individual, even though maybe you don't think about it every day, but you've kind of left their head underwater because you're holding them down there just to teach them a lesson, and you won't let them up for air. And it's years go by and years go by, and you forgot you left them underwater. You don't care, but they sure are still sitting there suffering. That you went and undid that and fixed it and asked for forgiveness and set things straight and let them take a breath. You know, that doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. You're forgiven.